You guys have been talking about it throughout the morning, the prospect for a NAFTA deal, at least between the U.S. and Mexico. And I've just gotten word this morning from a Mexican official who says that the two sides have concluded talks and that an announcement will come today. We know that both delegations from the U.S. and Mexico are meeting again at USTR this morning. Our team on site saw Jared Kushner and some others walking in there this morning. The question now is exactly what a quote-unquote deal would entail, because it would just involve these two parties, and then Canada would have to come back to the table. Of course, they are racing the clock on this, and the Mexican side has been optimistic for a month plus. Worth noting, administration officials from the White House have been optimistic as well, but we have had some grains of salt being thrown on this process by the U.S. Trade Representative last week, who said there isn't a deal. There are still major issues. We have reached out to the U.S. side for comment. We do not have one from them as of airtime, but after talks throughout the weekend in earnest in the trenches, guys, Mexican officials are saying talks have concluded and they expect an announcement today. Back to you.
And Kayla, as you suggest, even more interesting perhaps would be to get a comment from the Canadian side of this. What would they make of this? Would they try and suggest it's meaningless, or would it be enough to push them to feel like they have to join the party as well?
Well, Canadian officials even said as recently as this weekend that the U.S. and Mexico have bigger fish to fry. Once they work out their issues, then we are more than willing to come back to the table, sort of acknowledging that that is how this process had been structured and that that was what they fully expected to do. So we'll see what exactly this deal between the U.S. and Mexico entails, how many of those issues they've worked out, and how many of those are actually positions that Canada is comfortable coming on board with. It is true that the U.S. and Canada have fewer hot-button issues to work out than the U.S. and Mexico, but certainly there are many, and they are all trying to get a trilateral deal by the end of this week, which is going to be a tall order.